Welcome back to Produced by Henry X Goodwin. Today we are reacting to North West's debut album. Yes, that is right. North West, daughter of Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, has released an album and it's 11 minutes long. Now, as a music producer for many years now and someone with about 10 or 20 million streams underneath their belt, I think I can have a look at music and disseminate how well I think it's been made. Have I ever judged the music of a child? No. Maybe Justin Bieber back in the day. But let's get into this. I have no clue what to expect, to be honest. Okay, track 1, How Should I Feel?
Sure, how should I feel? Creatures lie here.
Okay, sample, straight off the bat. Is this what I expected? Feels like I'm in a TikTok edit. No, it feels like I'm in a what does it feel like? Oh, that's actually her. Yeah, I think that is her. Wait, this song's only like 1 minute long. Just write a verse. Auto-tune's doing some heavy lifting. Yeah, we're getting funky up in here. Okay, yeah, let the guitars take over from here. I get it. Right, okay, so that song was the kind of classic funk 808 kick pattern, whatever the hell you want to call it. Sample was doing a fair bit of lifting, guitars were doing a fair bit of lifting. The vocal was kind of getting submerged in everything. Dare I say that's for the best, because didn't seem like there was much going on there. Is that what I was expecting? No, probably wasn't. Would I ever get that minute back? No, I won't. Wait, let me see how old North West is, because I don't want to be going too hard on a kid. Oh my God, they're 12. Okay, well, I'm not going to go too hard then, because they're probably just messing about with music. And whereas me and you would have been able to mess around with music and no one would have thought anything or seen anything about it, because of the whole Nepo Baby thing, everyone's going to be seeing it and having thoughts on it. So let's be kind. It does feel like a Rocket League TikTok edit a bit, I'm not going to lie, but could be worse. Genuinely could be worse. Well, let's see what track 2 has to tell us. This track is called Die. So another big time sample. A sample from probably about like 20 years before she was born, by the way, but if that's the producer tag, that's pretty funny. Right, there. Right, how do I say this? It's a 12-year-old's lyrics, right? So let's bear that in mind. This is the lyrics of a 12-year-old. Whenever kids try and rap, it always comes off so corny. On to the actual music. Let's ignore the lyrics for a minute. We're on our second sample. And again, the sample has done a lot of heavy lifting. This time, we can actually hear North West. Is that for the best? I don't know. Not trying to rhyme there. That producer tag. I genuinely don't hate it though. Like, the issue is if like yeet went over this, people would be far more receptive, dare I say. But I actually quite like the beat. That's a kind of rage-inspired thing. I don't hate the flow. It's a bit basic, but you know, there's a reason why it's basic, 'cause it works. I'm a Northwest stan. No, okay, I'm probably not a Northwest stan, but that's enough of Die. We got to the end. Better, dare I say. I do dare say, actually. Now we have a music video at #NorthForever, which is the name of the EP. So this is the title track. North Forever. There's only been 12 years of North, so I don't know how much we're thinking about forever, but let's run it up. Okay, we're going a little bit deeper into this. I do kind of want to see what's going on in the music video, actually. There's that producer tag again. It's not showing me the video. Who cares? Too much in my mind that it's crazy. North, you're 12. I doubt there's enough going on in your mind for it to be that crazy. I really don't want to be ripping into like a 12-year-old's lyrics, but this does feel like AI generated Juice WRLD lyrics. And you know, we've all had a Juice WRLD phase. And when the Juice WRLD phase coincides with the Thingamajob phase, what the hell's it called? Ragey phase. This is what you get. No sample though. Attempt at kind of heavy metal vibes. Interessant. Okay, yeah, I've heard enough of that one. So that was North Forever. Lyrics, horrid. Well, I don't even know what to say about that one. Let's just pretend it never happened. How about that? That song never happened, and now we're on to this time with... Wait a minute, is this a sample? Didn't I, my dear? Oh, here we go. I don't know. It's just like, hey, this is what rappers talk about, so I'm also going to talk about it. I'm a 12-year-old. Why do I care about how much ice I've got on my neck? I'm 12. I don't think I'd ever thought about a diamond when I was 12. I actually don't think I'd ever thought about getting bling when I was 12. That is mental to me. And I don't doubt that she does think about that, because she's brought up by two of the most like self-obsessed people probably in popular culture. So maybe to her, getting blinged out has been ingrained in her from an early age. But dare I say, it just sounds like she's kind of recycling lines from her favourite rappers over yet again another sample with like a Jersey Club kick. That pattern, boom, 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 boom. Chuck in the rage element, because that's obviously what her and her producer, who is... Oh, can we find the producer? The producer is Northwest. There is actually technically no one else as producer. If this is self-produced, honestly, the production is good. For a 12-year-old kid, it's insane. Maybe just keep producing and like lay back on the lyrics. That's enough this time, to be honest. We're going to move on to... Whoa. Oh, a sample? You're kidding. Please don't funkify it. Oh, I can already tell that it's been chopped into funkness. I fear a rage beat is on its way. Very Yeezus, that sound.
with jealousy. You could call me a Vocaloid. Taking pics, chain flash like a Polaroid. I got fans everywhere that I can't avoid.
I never thought about the concept of North West having fans. That's bizarre. She's a 12-year-old kid. Again. I quite like the beat. I actually quite like the beat. This one's not even leaning that heavily on the sample. I'm enjoying the beat work. I just wish... It's kind of not her fault because she's a 12-year-old kid, so her voice is going to be that of a 12-year-old. But all I'm thinking about is Matt Ox. Do you remember that kid? Which was, a banger in a funny way, but it sounds like a 12-year-old, And the bars, there's almost like an incoherentness to them. It's more about like rhyme and flow than hitting bars, which that I don't have as much a problem with. If it sounds good, it sounds good. I just don't think the voice is sounding great. So we're going on to... I'm not going to pronounce it because it sounds like AI shite, which I don't think it is, but respect if they're having a go at AI. Respect. That producer tag rocks. Hyperpop rage once more. I'm not going to hate on it for having a bloody genre that she wants, but... Yeah, I'm messing with this a bit. I'm messing. How much have you been betrayed at the age of 12? I feel like when you're 12, you actually do think like little minor things are like massive betrayals in your life. So maybe. Once again, when I was 12, I was making like ambient instrumentals in my room and no one was hearing them. So I must cut you some slack. You are doing this in front of the world, making like this kind of sanctimonious, melodramatic music at the age of 12, which, we've all been there. I remember writing like my first song lyrics ever, and it was about someone being really lonely and waking up during the night. I was probably around 12. There is a lot of crossover in these lyrics, but they're 12. They don't have much to write about. Even North West surely cannot have that much to write about at the age of 12. Even if you've got two of the most famous people in the world as your parents. Although you could write a lot about your father becoming a Nazi. Yeah, I'd probably be writing about that. Maybe when she says someone betrayed her, she means my dad betrayed me by becoming a Nazi. Okay, it's just more of that. So that was North West's debut album. I guess we're going to call that. I don't know what we're going to call that. Most of the songs were about 2 minutes. Most of the lyrics were just repeated or just things that I assume she's heard other rappers say because she is 12. So I can't really bash her for that, to be honest. I don't know what you're meant to be writing about at that age. You can't just be writing about toys and stuff. I don't know, what else was I doing at 12? Playing football. I don't know. As for the actual production, something which I can genuinely have a little bit of discourse on, I didn't hate it. Now, it said that she was the only producer on some of those songs. If so, there may have been a mastering technician, but if she was the actual producer, there may have been someone just mixing it all together. Either way, actually quite impressive. A lot of the little vocal techniques and the little choppy stuff and, the levels were nice. Nothing was poking out a lot or anything. So, actually, production-wise, genuinely quite good. She kind of circled the genres of, maybe you'd say if you had, a triangle, you would have had, rage, hyperpop, and heavy metal. You would have had these three, and all the songs kind of coexisted within that space, which I didn't hate. Did I love it? No, because then she would come and rap on it, and she sounded like a 12-year-old kid, kind of rapped like how I imagine a 12-year-old kid who's listening to hip-hop's rapping. But you never know, there could be something there. There could be something there when her voice becomes like an adult voice. I don't know. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it anymore. I will be seeing you next week, same time. Let me know what you thought of this project down in the comments. And let me know if you're one of North West's stans that she was rapping about. Peace.